Also, how does Gallywix come into play? I don't know.
Whoa!
I think Gallywix wouldn't matter as much because, like, Frost Nova doesn't do anything to a Freeze Mage. A lot of times in Freeze Mage versus Freeze Mage, you have players flame striking a Mad Scientist. Because there's just nothing else to flame strike. They have like no minions.
Yeah. And a lot of times they like have to use cards.
Right, and they just want to stop taking damage.
Yeah.
So I think Gallywix isn't that important in this matchup.
Hello.
It could make for some interesting scenarios, though.
Now, Hyped is also a Freeze Mage specialist. In fact, a lot of his guides, the two classes he's explored the most on Tempo Storm's website, is Mage and Rogue. And he's done a lot of Rogue, but specifically, he's also done a lot of Freeze Mage. He hasn't done a lot of Aggro Mage that people have come accustomed to.
Yeah. Getting the Mad Scientist out early is really important.
Looks like Hype has no choice but to kill it here. I really assume he's going to go for a Coin SI7 agent.
Yeah.
I could be proven wrong, though.
It's the cleanest way to kill it.
Magicamy has a Golden Mage. I just realized that.
She's got a golden everything.
I know, but I haven't seen Golden Mage in a very long time, and I'm like starting to study the particles. It's very cool.
You study those particles.
Yeah. I'm gonna do more than I'm gonna major in particles.
That's bold.
And write a dissertation on it.
Let me know how that goes. Probably be very boring.
Ah, that's fine. So Ice Block is up for Magicamy. That's really important. Alex Strauss is also important. It's all about whether or not Hyped can pressure the Ice Block before Alex Strauss is out. It's like a race against time. And will Magicamy draw Freeze and stall long enough or quick enough to survive?
Well,
and
she has it already. The Freeze.
She needs more than just that.
Okay.
Because there could be built up pressure, like a kettle. It's like even if you stall, like 3 damage this turn, 6 damage that turn, like there's still like 12 damage on board, and you still are on a 2-turn clock. Also, there are Farseers in this deck. Farseer might be really useful for Hyped. I'm still very much leaning towards Magicamy the longer the game goes, but Hype still has a few turns where he can do some very powerful stuff.
Yeah, and we've seen this deck can put out a lot of damage in a single turn, especially with stuff on the board. There's one of those Earth Ring Farseers, so
right. I think I like a Cone of Cold here because with Violet Teacher, it might get to the point where Cone of Cold becomes very weak, and you want to do it. You want to use Cone of Cold while you have the chance to make it super effective, and I feel like one of these times is now, as opposed to like just saying, let's just drop like Frost Nova or something like that.
Yeah, it also fits the curve.
Right. That's also another good reason too. Secondary, but also pretty good.
Well, that 1 mana can really make a big difference later on.
Yep.
If you're forced to use spells because your hand's really full and you need to be able to empty out.
Yep. This is pretty good spacing from Hyped. Cone of Cold, if Magicamy has a second one, will make it so that way you can't touch both of those Sludge Belchers in the future turns. Not this turn, but in the future ones. It's all these like very subtle small things that might look like, oh yeah, he just plopped down and played the Sludge Belcher, but there's more to it than just, well, I have to play Sludge Belcher here.
Yeah.
Positioning.
Well, this could telegraph a, or make Hyped after the Frost Nova. No. Well, it could make Hyped afraid of a Flame Strike.
Well, if she had Flame Strike, she'd definitely play it now. So Hyped sees no Flame Strike. Yeah, you want to kill off the Violet Teacher. There's 9 damage on board. There's only 2.
But would you want to try and get more out of that Flame Strike?
It's a legitimate question.
Because either way, if you just use spells to try and get more value out of the Violet Teacher, it ain't going anywhere.
Yep, it's true. Well, Hype's still in an awkward spot here. I mean, this Farseer needs to be saved for post-Alexstrasza. The good news is that it doesn't look like his... It doesn't look like his Sludge Bushers are going anywhere anytime soon, so that he'll be safe from like impending damage, even if Alexstrasza gets dropped. And it doesn't look like he'll be able to pop the Ice Block by turn 9.
He can mill a card here, though.
He could.
It looks like that's going to be the plan.
Farseer? Oh man. Oh, he has Ragnaros! Oh man, Ragnaros is one of the most problematic cards though, for sure.
Oh!
She burns Flame Strike.
And he even healed the Violet Teacher out of range of Flame Strike.
Yeah. Now here's like Blizzard. And Blizzard will stop the damage from the minions. But you can kill off this Doomsayer.
Yeah. Rogue is one of the best classes at being able to deal with a Doomsayer with a frozen board. Just because they can usually they have so much removal from hand. And let's see.
There's no way to guarantee a Ragnaros shot on that. Backstab, Eviscerate.
I think you use Sabotage, to be honest. Unless you want to save that for Alexstrasza.
Yeah, I think Eviscerate probably is your best bet here.
I feel like you want to hold on to Eviscerate for extra damage.
Well, I like the Eviscerate for the tokens. And,
Okay.
And then Blade Flurry to finish things off here. Oh, I suppose he just kills it off. Sabotage? That's interesting.
Well, I expected a Sabotage, but I
Not
didn't
on
expect
that.
it to be used that way.
Yeah.
Denying one card draw.
Well, I think Hype's dead. The fact that he gave, like, he has to heal out of 21 range now. The Farseer on the Violet Teacher was pretty cute, but even if he healed on himself, it wouldn't matter. Like, Magicamy has the unbeatable combo now of, like, having Ice Block up, having Alexstrasza, and having damage.
From the
21 damage next turn.
Ouch.
I think Magicamy just got her ticket to California.
I think so.
And it was all dependent on whether or not Hyped was waiting for an Alexstrasza to come out. And this is where it gets really complicated, but I don't see a way for him to kill, like, I mean, he has to kill Alexstrasza, but more importantly, he has to find a way to not die next turn.
And Magicamy just completely dissected that Rogue deck that was giving Hyped so much success throughout the entire day. It was the handlock killer, and I mean, it is the killer no more.
He got Ragnaros, which is a very important card. I forgot to mention how crucial that is against Freeze Mage, but it just isn't enough here.
Yeah.
And that's going to do it. Magicamy is going to the top 8 and going to be coming to the LAN Finals in Burbank in February. And she comes all the way from the Open. Last week she qualified. Oh, wow. I actually didn't realize Hyped even popped the Ice Block. What a very good turn.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not going to be enough.
He set himself up for the best possible moves that he could have had the following turn, but yeah, that is going to be it. And what's crazy is that Magicamy actually made it to the finals last week.
Right.
And lost, or
No,
2 weeks ago.
she came to the semifinals against Sho, and then Sho beat her, and then she...
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah,
Sho
yeah.
lost to Dark Wanix. But Magicamy came all the way from the Open, and now looks like she'll deny Hyped the chance to go. And she's trying to, like, send her condolences. It's nothing personal, but
Yeah.
Hyped, definitely a disappointing way for him to die here.
Definitely. And, of course, his